Russian, blue cheese, or Italian? It's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Sinbad, musical group UB40, actor Luke Perry, and another Olympic report from Dave's mom in Norway. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. And now, the man who put the bob in bobsled, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the show, folks. Of course, as you know, it's President's Day. Now, let me tell you a little something about President's Day here in New York City. They do this every year. On Broadway, there is the annual President's Day special. Let me explain this to you. What this is if you're shot while attending any Broadway show, the tickets are on the house. So President's Day puts me in a reflective mood. I'm nothing if not reflective. And I'm thinking to myself, what would it be like if Abraham Lincoln was alive today? And so I started to think about his life and what it might be like today. And I think, well, he'd probably still walk 5 miles to school every day, like Abraham Lincoln did when he was a schoolboy. And then he'd get to school, he'd go through a metal detector, they'd give him a condom. That's what it would be like. You know something, ladies and gentlemen? Those shirts, the ones that say Dave, they were his idea. He got a nice Da shirt out of the deal, didn't he? Okay, let's get right to the Olympics. Over the weekend, man, can you feel the tension in the electricity building over this Tanya Harding-Nancy Kerrigan situation? Over the weekend, Tanya Harding practiced, and she was very excited because she executed 4 flawless triple axels. She was very excited about that. She was so excited that she did an extra 15 minutes on the heavy bag. I'll tell you something. I'll let you in a little secret. My mom is in Norway, and I'm getting a little concerned about this. I'm a little concerned about this. I was talking to her over the weekend, and I said, Mom, what has been the most fun for you so far since you've been in Norway? And she said, getting drunk with a German bobsled team. We're very excited about something here in New York City. A week from tomorrow night are the Grammys, and Frank Sinatra is coming to New York City to take part in the Grammys. They're presenting a Lifetime Achievement Award to his hairpiece. So it's going to be there won't be I was reading in the newspaper, the world's oldest woman had a birthday today. This woman, any idea how old the world's oldest woman is, Paul?
No, I don't know.
This is stunning to me. Would it kill you to pretend to be interested?
I'm interested. I don't know how old. How old would she be?
She's 119 years old today. That's right. Woman, the oldest woman in the world, 119 years old today. She lives in the south of France, 119 years old. Although experts say with the right makeup and the right outfits, she looks 116. don't know. Over the weekend out in Las Vegas, it was the big Jackson family reunion show. The family they have not performed together in 20 years, and every member of the Jackson family was on stage, I guess, except for LaToya. She was not there. Her place was taken by Ted Danson. But other than that, everybody was... Hey, look, I've developed a new gesture. It's a little... No, hey. A little something left over from my rope trick days. John Wayne Bobbitt, according to these blood tests now, apparently is the father of like a 14-month-old baby boy in upstate New York. And there's some kind of a lawsuit, a paternity suit. John Wayne Bobbitt, now, according to these blood tests, is the father of this child. And there's going to be some legal action. But man, talk about comeback player of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful broadcast for you tonight. A very funny man, Sinbad, is on this show. Hi, kids. How are you? Nice to see you. A terrific rock and roll band from Great Britain. Reggae kind of guys, right? Yeah. UB40 is here tonight. Teen Idol / hunk Luke Perry. And also, if we can find her all the way from Norway, live on the satellite, my mom. Now, look at Paul Schaefer, he's right over there. Nice going, Paul. Oh, Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. That was California, Here We Come.
Right.
And open up your Golden Gate, California. What else? How else does that go?
Right back where I started
Right where I started
the
from.
Roses and Poses bloom in the spring.
Yeah.
Each morning, each dawning, everything is spring. And then the sun kiss mist says, don't be late. That's why I can hardly wait. Open up those Golden Gates, California, Here I Come. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Boy. Oh. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we decided that we would like to do something lovely for our lovely studio audiences. I've said this in the past. We get the best, without question, the best studio audiences anywhere. They're polite, they're attentive, they're well-groomed, they're young, they're personable, they're fun to have around. So I thought tonight, if I could do just one little thing to repay you folks for all of your weeks and months of kindness, I will do that this evening. So what we did, we passed out some questionnaires to various audience members before the program to see if you had any kind of a problem, any kind of a situation, any kind of a sticky little matter that you might be involved in that perhaps I could help you with, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. Let me see, Hal, turn around a camera and flip on those lights, and let's see if we can't find a Joanne Kalb. Is there a Ms. Kalb in the audience? Joanne? How do you do, Joanne? Nice to see you. Hi, Joanne. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for being here. Have a seat. Now, see, that's just exactly what I was talking about. I didn't ask you to come forward, but you did. You came right up here. That's very good. That shows extra resourcefulness on your part. All right, now go back to your seat. No. Joanne, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I live in Queens.
Live in Queens?
Here in New York.
What do you do for a living?
I work in the garment center.
Yeah, is that exciting? Because that's always pictured as being kind of exciting, hustle, bustle, romantic, things coming, things going, money, deals.
Pretty dull.
Pretty dull. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, how about those Olympics? Are you enjoying the Olympics?
Olympic fever.
You have the Olympic fever. And Greg Gumbel, he's doing a pretty good job, don't you think? And then the guy with the show after us, Pat O'Brien, do you ever watch that show?
I'm not really up that late.
Yeah, we should try and catch it on the weekends. It's very entertaining. And my mom, have you seen my mom?
I love your mom.
How's your
She's
mom?
great. My mom's good.
Yeah, and did you spend a lot of time with your mom? Does she come over to the house all the time?
No, I went to visit her last night, as a matter of fact.
I see. How much time did you spend with her?
Oh, a couple of hours. We went for dinner.
Yeah, that's nice. Have you ever spent like 11 consecutive days with your mom?
When I lived with her, sure.
When you lived with her, yeah. So you understand that it can be kind of wrought with anxieties. Yeah, well, okay. Okay, let's see. You know, I love my mom, and she's doing a great job. It's just that it's added this little extra level of pressure because you worry about your mom, don't you? You worry about your mom, don't you? Sure. Well, that's all I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, you wanted me to place a phone call for you.
Yes.
All right, tell me a little bit about the circumstances of this phone call.
Okay, well, I'd like you to call my boyfriend and propose for me. Propose marriage.
Did you notice when you said that I was so stunned I did a little Jimmy Stewart? All right, how long have you known your fiancé?
I know him quite a long time, but we're only dating 2 years.
2 years? This is it. This is the man of your dreams. You think that the two of you can live forever after happily.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Stephen.
What does Stephen do?
Stephen builds and repairs computers.
Well, that's good because, you know, we're in the computer age now. Harvey. That's the phone number there? Well, tell us a little bit about Stephen. Is he got a good sense of humor?
Yeah.
He's a nice man?
Very perfect.
And treats you nicely?
Yes. Very.
Okay. All right, let's see if is that the phone number right there, Joanne?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to dial this up, and then do you want me to propose for you, or do you want me to just hand you the phone?
No, you propose for me.
Okay. Okay. All right, Paul, a little dialing music. This will be the first man I've ever asked to marry me. I don't care what you've heard, this will be the first man I've ever asked to marry me. Oh, I'm so nervous. So this is at work, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. And does he enjoy sports? Does he like music? Does he like long walks on the beach? Does he...
Likes computers.
Likes computers. Okay, I misdialed. I'm so nervous I misdialed. And here, maybe you better dial for me because I'm so jumpy. Can you just dial that number? All right. I'll be right here on the business end of the phone when you're ready. 2 years you've been dating?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think he'll say? He'll say yes, of course.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'd put myself through this.
Exactly. I'll just... Yes, I'm looking for Stephen Davis. Is he there, please? This is Dave Letterman. Who's this? Who are you? What's your name? Alan? We'll put him on. Get some kind of a dweeb there. Hello? Oh, now he's yelling. He's yelling. It confirmed my suspicions. It's one of these, hey, Steve! Paul, what happened to the dialing music?
Well, you stopped dialing.
There you go. Hello, is this Steve Davis? Steve, this is Dave Letterman. I have a TV show here in New York City. How you doing? Yeah. And are you busy there today?
Yeah.
You know who's right here with us on the show this very minute?
Who?
Joanne Kalb.
No.
Yeah. How are you two getting along?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, is this like better than any other girl you've ever had before?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Any complaints about the circumstance?
Nah.
Yeah?
No.
Well, you know why I'm calling you?
Why?
Joanne wants me to ask you to...
What'd you do?
No, no. She stole a car and held up a... She stole a car and held up a 7-Eleven store.
I keep telling her, stop doing that.
No. Get ready. She would like me to ask you to marry her.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we didn't get the answer. What did you
Okay.
say? You will?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. All right, I'm going to put her on the phone, Stephen. Thank you very much. Nice chatting with you. There you go. Sounds like a very nice guy. Congratulations to you. It's Joanne Calvin, her fiancé, Stephen Davis. We have to pause for a commercial. We'll be right back.
The child, the ultimate explorer. Your living quarters? Potentially dangerous, uncharted territory. A boiling pot can be like a raging, tumbling river of burning lava if a child knocks it off the stove. An uncovered outlet can become a dark tunnel filled with powerful and dangerous electricity. An unattended hot iron can become a steaming, red-hot metal monster. And to a small child, a stairway without a safety gate can be like a long fall down a steep, craggy mountain. Children are born explorers, but that doesn't mean their exploits have to be death-defying adventures. Keep your living quarters safe and bring them back alive.
Ron Powell has a lot that makes life worth living. A healthy, loving family, a promising career, and material things he thought he'd have to wait years to enjoy. But these days, Ron is coming to realize that waiting a few years might have been a better idea. Because Ron's paycheck isn't growing as fast as his financial obligations. He should have noticed the warning signs, like having to make minimum payments on his bills instead of clearing the full balance each month. And lately, he's been juggling payments. But Ron's finding out the hard way that he can't keep that up very long. In trying to provide for his family, he's ended up threatening their security. Ron isn't alone. With credit, it's easy to get in over your head before you're aware of it. But there is a way to prevent the problem. Start now with a realistic budget and stick to it. It's the only way to secure your financial goals.
Sinbad is here, UB40, Luke Perry, and my mom from the Olympics. We just had a very nice moment. Joanne Kalb and her boyfriend slash fiance Stephen Davis agreed to get married, and we did that on the phone here, and a couple of things occurred to me. One, I have never yet placed a phone call on this show that went through on the first try.
Right.
I can't dial under pressure. It's driving me nuts. And the other thing, as you were watching, when Joanne stood up, she came to the stage as though hypnotized. She approached the stage without being beckoned, as though under some kind of spell or trance. Which was good. And now, during the commercial, our producer, Bob Morty Morton, spilled his guts, and he did this. He pulled a little producer trick. Bob had turned around and gave her one of these. And he also told me that we have a brand new car for the lovely couple that's getting married. Yep, that's right. A brand new, was it a Mazda or something, Bob? Good for you. Nice going. Wow. Bob's going to get him a brand new Mazda.
That's lovely.
Let's see. Let's do the top 10 list, kids, and then get... You know, I think what the deal is, I think Bob's had a lot of practice doing this to women.
He hypnotizes them that way.
The category from the home office in Sioux City, Iowa, top 10 things overheard at the taping of the Jackson Family Special. Saturday night, a big gala out in Las Vegas, Nevada. The entire performing Jackson family on stage together. Here we go now. Top 10 things overheard at the taping of the Jackson Family Special. Number 10, how did Tito get the night off from Domino's? Number 9, once again, please welcome the Jackson family lawyers. Number 8, no kidding, he's my plastic surgeon too. Number 7, that's odd, I don't remember a Jackson named Nipsey. Number 6, More fudge, Miss Taylor, number 5. Number 5, Siegfried Tito. Tito Siegfried. Roy Tito, Tito Roy. Joanne Stephen. Stephen Joanne. You get a brand new car from Bob, the producer.
I was hypnotized.
Number 4, good news. Brooke has agreed to continue pretending she's dating Michael. Number 3. Number 3, what's LaToya doing with that lead pipe? Number 2. It's great to see Michael grabbing himself again. And the number 1 thing overheard at the taping of the Jackson Family Special, sing something, you weirdo. There you go.
It's a new percussion instrument. What do you call that?
There's music everywhere.
There sure is.
Our first guest has his own television program on the Fox network entitled The Sinbad Show, which can be seen every Thursday night. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the one, the only Sinbad. Here we go. Is that now you got yourself a suit there, buddy.
You know, man, I'll tell you something.
You know, I saw you in the wings, and if you look quick, it looks like a giant bowling shoe. You know what I mean?
You know, I had to do it, so, you know. You're such a pimp daddy.
I'm a what?
You're such a pimp daddy. I had to have my pimp daddy.
Thank you very much.
This is such a pimp daddy, Dave.
I'm a pimp daddy.
Pimp daddy, man. So I had to have my stuff ready, man.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
You been watching the Olympics? You enjoy that?
My life is about the Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. I wanted to be a luge runner myself.
No,
as a young
I don't.
Man, yes.
Really?
As a young man, he was either pro basketball or luge runner. In my neighborhood, that was pretty common dreams that we had. We'd get a sled and just run in the walls with it and say, man,
this is it.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money.
What do you think of the like that Dan Jansen? That's the greatest story of the Olympics.
I'm glad he won, man. I'm glad he won. Yeah, I'm glad he won. Because, I mean, like, this was really like the last year he could have really won. Because after a while, you know, age does creep up on you.
Yes.
The body thinks it can skate, and the mind's going, nah, I don't think so. Plus, falling down is so bad, too. You know what I mean? Let's face it. You know, you train for years for this figure skating and speed skating, and you slip. It's like you didn't practice. You could have just, like, stayed home. I mean, why? You have been training for years. You cut tenths of seconds off your time. You're like, whoops, you might as well just not have worked out.
Yeah.
You denied yourself love, money, to fall in the first minute.
It's a great story because, like you said, this guy really was looking right into the barrel of the gun, and he did it. He came through. He persevered, and he triumphed. It was a wonderful, wonderful moment.
It reminded me when I was an Olympic skier.
Now, wait a minute.
Yes. It was. Have you ever seen that tragedy, the agony of defeat?
Oh, yeah.
That was me.
Going off the...
I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. I didn't train right, and I take full blame for what happened. You know, they didn't have to put it on film. I think that's so stupid. You didn't have to follow me all the way down the hill. I failed. That was enough for the people. To watch me go over the edge, that's kind of dumb, don't you think?
You know what's interesting, and it's gotten a lot of attention, and I guess it does every Olympics, is the biathlon.
Yes,
I think that's what it is. It's cross-country skiing and then rifle shooting.
Well, it goes hand in hand when you think about it. Most people ski and they want to shoot at something.
Yeah, I don't...
And it became such... It's a natural sport to carry a gun and ski. I mean, I just think they go right together.
But I heard him explain that what it is your heart rate goes sky high because of the cross-country skiing, that then it places a premium on the skill of rifle shooting because you want to be very calm, you want to have a very low heart rate.
It's kind of stupid to me. It means you're going to hurt people. It means you're pumped up. Judges are falling. That's kind of dumb to me. You've been skiing for a mile. You don't care if you hit something. You just want the bullet to come out. Boom, okay, I lost. I mean, Let them shoot at something. Shoot at a caribou or something. Give them something to shoot at. Have some caribou or polar bears coming at you. That'll get your heart up.
Yeah.
They should let you take off on skis and then let the polar bear go.
Yeah.
And then you go get your gun and shoot at the polar bear. And if you miss, well, you lost.
Yeah, that's true. So then, summing up, you are enjoying the Winter Olympics.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, good for you. Let us do a commercial there, Sinbad, and we'll continue visiting it. We'll be right back, folks.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land. 15 million jobs have gone bust. Even the prairies have somehow turned to dust. And yet, America sings of life and promise, of liberty and hope. It's 1932. Composer George Gershwin wins the Pulitzer Prize for his music, Of Thee I Sing. In 1932, a scientist envisions the whole universe put together, but still, our land of pride is tottering on the edge of ruin. And somehow, we will have to look with new strength and courage to find ahead a better year in the shaping of America.
They're great.
Love that band.
Absolutely the best.
Love that bass, man.
Yeah.
With the jazz. Yeah.
Will.
No. Oh, well,
You told me...
How about the one down here with the dreads here, man? Just,
That's Felicia.
I like you too, man, but Felicia, more my style. You know.
Are you done playing with the band?
I'm through playing with the band.
You went to, you told me one time...
Yes.
You actually went to college on a basketball scholarship.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're not like a huge... How tall are you?
I was taller. I was about 6'10" when I went to college. And then I realized I wasn't going to play pro ball. I said, oh, I can't buy clothes. I can't afford them, so I shortened myself.
Good for you. Good thinking. Where'd you go to school?
University of Denver.
University of Denver?
Yes.
Did they have like a great... I don't recall hearing about them in college basketball.
Bad 4 years of my life, David. Those I went through a lot of therapy for that, Dave.
Really?
And I thank you for bringing that up right now in my life. That's all right. No, I tell you, it was a strange thing. All these schools I was going to go into, I ended up going to University of Denver. It was like in the middle of Denver. It was a school known for skiing, and I had never seen skiing. I was from the Midwest with no money, and the kids would walk into the cafeteria with ski boots on, and I thought you had to wear them all day. I didn't know they were just showing off new boots, because it looked kind of stupid to me to walk dumb like that around all day eating food, and I was just stuck at this school.
I see.
Yeah. It's like as you bring this back, it's like my own personal Schindler's List when I played it over and over in my mind.
Well, let's move on to something else then. Another college just gave you an award.
Yes, Morehouse College.
Morehouse.
Where I should have gone.
Yeah.
Where I should have gone. I was offered a scholarship down there for engineering, and I threw it in the trash because I didn't think I could play pro basketball coming from Morehouse.
All right. What was the award they gave you?
It's called the Benny Award. It's Candles in the Dark after Dr. Benjamin Mays. It was given to Entertainer of the Year for your achievement in entertainment. And it's amazing because I was there with Dr. Cornel West, and it was Edwin Moses, it was Maynard Jackson, it was Judge Higginbotham, all these great intellectuals, and me. So, you know, I just sort of set the apart from the
intellectuals. That's great. Congratulations. Nice going. You must be... Now, for the last week and then the rest of this week, I'm sort of working with my mom. I mean, she's in Scandinavia,
like
yeah, but, you know, we're working together.
Are you paying her?
Well, of course.
Of course. I mean, there's mother laws, you know. You got to pay the money.
And we have to have special tutors for Mom, too, because she's missing school.
No.
But now, you work with your family, right?
Yes. My mother is my security. She's head of my security. My mother is my personal bodyguard. A lot of people don't realize a mother's the best security you got. She knows when people are trying to hurt her son. And she carries weapons, and she's trained.
No.
She's trained in the martial arts. She was a Shaolin priest. I don't talk about it because she was a Shaolin priest for a lot of years before she met my father.
So if somebody gets close to you, gets a little rowdy, Mom will turn their lights out.
She has. She's taken 3 people out already. We don't like to talk about it. It's not pretty, but it was something she had to do. Yeah.
Is she a large woman, your mom?
No, she's about 5'6", but her strength, her chi, is well centered.
Her chi. She has a powerful chi.
She has a powerful chi. And she carries a purse, which people don't realize is a very effective weapon.
Yeah.
A lot of people have guns, nunchucks. She's like 4 or 5 times with the purse right up here in a special nerve. You're dead. It's over.
So Mom hits you with the purse in a special nerve.
And you'll die like a month later, so they don't know she killed the people.
That's very savvy.
Well, it's about lawsuits, man. You know, I don't want
yeah, no, you don't want to. Of course not, yeah. The show's going well, isn't it?
It's going good, man.
Yeah.
We have a good cast. We have a good crew of people. We keep fighting to make the scripts right.
You're finishing up now your first season? Or
yes, first season.
Well, good for you.
It's a long season.
Yeah.
The sitcoms are so hard because, man, you come in, as a comic, they go, hey, let's get this comic. And then they don't really know how to write for a comic. They're like, well, I have some ideas. They're like, no, we'll write for you.
Yeah. Everybody has to get to know each other, and then the shows start finding a pace and so forth, and then you're on your way. Well, good for you. And then what will you do after the show is done for the year?
Well, I'm training with my mother because there's a tough guy contest my mother, she gives every year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sinbad. We'll be right back. Nice to see you, Sinbad. Thank you very much.
Believe it or not, this is a Spitfire. Well, these decoys may not look like much from the ground here. From the air, you can't tell them from the real thing. This was all part of Operation Fortitude, an elaborate deception plan to cover the real operation, Overlord, the invasion of Normandy. Months before D-Day, we started putting up fake camps all over southeast England to lead the Germans to believe we were going to attack Calais, not Normandy. We built make-believe landing craft, rubber blow-up trucks, and cannons made from telephone poles. We even covered Jeeps with canvas tops painted to look like tanks. It all seems kind of silly now, but you know what? It worked like a charm. Hitler kept his reserve units stationed across the pass at Calais instead of sending them to Normandy, which could have tipped the scales in his favor. But with the help of these little guys, we're rolling across France now.
Operation Fortitude, an event that helped shape the outcome of World War II.
During the coming year, your neighbors will have their first baby. Your niece will celebrate her 7th birthday. And we'll all revel in that great American season called simply the holidays. They're special days for you and for the people special to you. So in their honor, why just give a present when you can give a piece of the future? When you give U.S. savings bonds, you give a gift to be treasured for years. You show you care today and for all those special days to come. Giving savings bonds is easy. Get them at your bank and ask for a U.S. savings bond gift certificate. So when people special to you celebrate days that are special to them, give the present that's a piece of the future. Give U.S. savings bonds.
Taste like America. U.S. savings bonds.
Ladies and gentlemen, live via satellite all the way from Lillehammer, Norway, here's my mom. Hey, Mom.
Hi, David.
How are you?
Just fine. How are you?
Well, you know, how cold is it there tonight, Mom?
I don't know the temperature, but it's very cold. How is it in New York?
It's toasty outside, but it's freezing in here.
Okay.
But in the time that you've been there, does it get to be like 40 during the day?
Not yet.
Does it get to be like 30 during the day?
I think it was today, yes.
Oh, so that's good. Did you put on your shorts?
No way.
Yeah. How you holding up? Are you still having fun?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Mom, I hear some kind of bells or something. What is that?
That's the reindeer bells.
Uh-huh. Are those reindeer tethered? There's no chance that they'll run wild and knock you down, is there?
No.
Are those tame reindeer?
Yes, we're at Reindeer Park, Sami Park, really.
Uh-huh. They renamed it?
Well, the Sami are a native Norwegian tribe.
Right, and those are Samis right behind you?
Yes.
And they're by and large friendly? Uh-oh, look out, there's... one of the Sami is apparently trying to vaccinate a reindeer, Mom, so... Mom, since you've been in Norway, have you met anybody else from Indiana? No.
Yes.
We don't know what's going on, Mom. It's annual checkup time for the reindeer. Have you met anybody else there from Indiana?
Yes, I have.
So that must be fun to see folks from back home.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I met somebody from Indianapolis yesterday.
Well, that's good. Good. And what about the Northern Lights? Have you seen those?
We saw those just about an hour ago.
Is it really spectacular?
Yes, really it is. It's just thrilling to see them.
Why don't you take a second here and explain to us just what that is?
Well, it's like waves of light across the sky.
All right.
I'm not sure what...
It has something to do with it bounces off the polar ice cap or something, doesn't it?
I'm not sure what causes them. I have to read up on that.
All right, we'll see that you do, Mom.
I will.
All right, now I understand you've put together for us a little videotape package of how you spent your weekend. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, let's take a look at that now. Hang on, here we go. Here's Mom spending her weekend in Norway at the Olympics.
For breakfast this morning, I had a cup of tea and some orange juice.
She should have one of the fastest opening 100 meters. If she can do that and is confident in these turns, I think she is going to have the fastest 500 meters.
New track record. Oh, so nice. A bowl of cereal, a hard-boiled egg. Oh, how beautiful.
Man mår jättedåligt efteråt. Men om man vågar säga då kan det faktiskt förändra hela livet.
Are you enjoying it? Oh, it's wonderful. Do you make your own costumes?
No, I'm not very good with the needle and thread.
Here, have a Dave button.
I'm going to wear this for the rest of my trip.
Bacon, a slice of bread, and some strawberry jam. All delicious. Look, it's Jack Nicholson.
Okay, Mom, great job. Have a great night. We'll let you get back to the big reindeer roundup there, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, David.
All right, good night, Mom. Thank you very much. There. Okay, we're going to do a commercial. We'll be right back here with UB40, kids.
Paul Revere awaited the signal. 1 lantern if the British marched from Boston. 2 if they crossed the river by ship. 2 if by sea, the signal came. The rebel American leaders had to be warned. That was Paul Revere's mission. He borrowed a horse and rode west, shouting his warning across the countryside. The British are coming! The British are coming! Reaching Lexington, he alerted John Hancock and Samuel Adams to the danger, then headed for Concord. But he was stopped by a British patrol. Still, his mission had been accomplished. Colonists answered the call, battling the British at Lexington and Concord. A revolution ignited, a legend born, during the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
Replacing high-calorie foods with low-calorie substitutes is one way to watch your weight. But you don't have to give up all your favorite foods. Just eat smaller portions and eat them less often. Substitutions, smaller portions, and less often can make the difference between being overweight and staying in shape.
You know, the only thing that concerns me about Mom with these reports from Norway, she's starting to make it seem a little too easy. Our next guests are a great reggae band. They've sold over 30 million albums worldwide, making them the most successful British group of the 90s. And I have here a copy of their brand new CD, or their latest CD, entitled Promises and Lies. Folks, here they are, UB40. Folks.
A woman came and said to me, she's seen a lady sell a baby for $10 baby. Ooh, and everybody thinks she's crazy, but they're too blind to see. Sell of me. She never pays the call attention to the things we never mentioned. Real already, courtesy is your TV. Hey boy, hey boy. A woman came and said to me, now listen very carefully. His brother killed his brother. People living on their knees, finding sugar, gold, and bullets for the pain of this disease. Came and said to me, she dated an husband on an island, found his body on a wasteland, and so this payment took me just to touch her still on me. All alone she mourned her lover, crossed the sea to find her brother. Maybe he could help her get her baby back for free. A woman came and said to me, now listen very carefully. His brother killed his brother. People living on their knees, finding sugar, gold, and food for the pain of this disease. Love me. A woman came and said to me, now listen very carefully. His brother killed his brother. People living on their knees, fighting sugar, gold, and food on this disease. His brother killed his brother. People living on their knees, fighting sugar, gold, and food for the pain of this disease. His brother killed his brother. Sugar, gold, and food.
How's it going? Thank you very much for being here. Good to have you.
The familiar bell-bottomed sailor's uniform is often called the Cracker Jack uniform because of the sailor pictured on the snack food box. But this type of uniform has been unique to sailors for well over a century. The big square collar of the jumper was necessary because sailors of old wore their hair braided in a pigtail, and they kept it stiff with grease and tar. Originally, the collar was buttoned on, so it could be easily removed and cleaned. Eventually, hairstyles changed, but the collar became a permanent part of the uniform, along with the large black neckerchief that was worn under the collar. The neckerchief later evolved into a tie that was also worn under the collar. The uniform is completed with the traditional sailor's bell-bottom trousers and distinctive white hat. It all adds up to one Cracker Jack of a uniform and a colorful part of our American military heritage.
She's a beautiful doll with a long trip in store, and she has to arrive on time for a very special occasion. So how she travels is important. She can go military express mail, if available. That's the fastest way, with guaranteed 2 or 3 day service. If time's not quite so critical, she can go the next fastest way, priority mail. Or she can go parcel airlift or space available mail. They take a little longer, but they cost a lot less. Before you mail, contact your military postal service for information on the different classes of service and weight and size restrictions. Because after all, you'll want to give your parcels the class they deserve.
In the television series that all the kids love, Beverly Hills 90210. And this Friday, his brand new motion picture, 8 Seconds, opens across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Luke Perry. Luke!
Well, I'm good. I've been to Texas, don't you know?
Did you see that suit Sinbad was wearing?
You know what? I left here. Steve Seagal was trying to get the jacket from him. So Sinbad's mom was back there, you know, working on it. Yeah. That was no joke about his mom. She's rough.
It's President's Day.
It is President's Day.
Does that stir any memories? Did you ever play a president in a film, a play, a television show?
You know, in the 3rd grade, I played Ben Franklin.
Close enough.
Yeah, and you could tell I was Ben Franklin only because I had like this broomstick with a kite-shaped piece of paper hanging off the end of it, and it said "kite" on there. And and my other buddies were giving me, because I'm like, I'm Washington and I'm Lincoln, and I said, but who's on the 100?
Uh-huh.
And they said,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you have it.
So that would be your President's Day reminiscence.
Yeah, that, and I don't know, what is this thing with the white sales on President's Day?
Yeah, that's where they sell the linens and the sheets.
Right, to honor the highest office in the land, they want us to all rush out and buy pillowcases and sheets.
Yeah, but considering our current president, maybe it's appropriate.
Maybe not a bad idea. Those guys.
Did you work in a department store? Is that what you said?
I used to work in a department store when I was in high school, yeah. A little bit.
That's a great job for a kid, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good. They fired me after a while.
Yeah. All kids get fired from every job they have.
Yeah, pretty much true.
What did you do there? What department?
I worked in the shoe department of the store, and it was really boring. And they eventually fired me because to kill the boredom, I took one of those hot glue guns and glued a cord floor and went up in the shoplifter security window and watched people come by and try to pick it up. And that was, you know, it was a great way to kill a little time. And it was very funny until an elderly lady came by with a cane and tried to get down and scrape it off.
Broke her hip, sure.
And they fired me. Yeah.
Well, that's a sad story, but you had it coming. You were a punk. What did you know?
Right, I was a punk, and I didn't care.
A punk with a glue gun, the very worst kind. Tell me about this. I was looking at clips of this movie, and it's about rodeo riders. It's a true story based on a guy's life.
Yeah, it is. It's based on.
What was the kid's name?
His name was Lane Frost.
He was like the world champion cowboy.
Yeah, he was a world champion bull rider in 1987.
Yeah.
And it's a story of him, and it's pretty informative about bull riding in general. You know, we went to Texas, shot a lot of rodeos.
How big are these animals that guys are riding?
Between 1,600 and 2,000 pounds. Yeah, so it's a lot of animal, and you know, 8 seconds seems like a really long time.
And the sport, the object is just to stay on, or is it you have to do something else while you're on?
No, well, you have to stay on in order
to have to stay on and also make an omelet. It's a people don't understand.
You can only use one hand, and you have to stay on for the full 8 seconds, and they judge you on how well you perform during that 8 seconds. But if you're not on when the buzzer comes at 8 seconds, then you might as well not got on at all.
Now, did you actually do some of this yourself for the film?
I did. I rode 8 bulls in the movie.
But real rodeo bulls, or just kind of pet shop bulls? Remember when they were on the show?
You can see your brand.
They were great.
Yeah.
Let's try and get them back next week. Man. What a band.
Well, I started with a.
I'm sorry.
I started with a kinder, gentler bull, you know, but those didn't really look so good on film, so we had to go with something that was a little rougher.
Did you know anything about bull riding?
Only that it scared me, and that it was not near as easy as it looks. It doesn't even look that easy. But
were you injured doing it?
Not until the very last ride. We had shot 7 very successfully with no injuries, and then on the last one I popped the shoulder out a little bit.
Ooh.
But it was the last shot, so it was okay.
Sounds like another job for the hot glue gun.
You got it. Right there.
From what I've seen of this, it looks like a very exciting movie, and what makes it even better is an actual story. It's the account of this man's life. How old was he when he was killed doing this?
He was killed riding a bull at the age of 26.
Yeah.
And that's pretty young to have to go. But the great thing about the film is it doesn't dwell on the fact that this guy was killed riding a bull, but the great things he accomplished along the way, getting to become the world champion.
Yeah. Great. Well, it must have been fun for you.
Oh, it was a blast. So I got to work with actual world champion bull riders, and you know, they were there. They informed me. They helped me. I couldn't have done it without them.
Good for you. We need to do a commercial. We'll continue here with Luke Perry in a second. We'll be right back.
Power lines stretching across America. Music reproduced in breathtaking dynamics. Motion pictures that transport us to other times and places. And the light bulb. What do they all have in common? They were all invented by a man whose formal education totaled 3 months, Thomas Alva Edison. Though considered by his schoolmaster to be retarded, at the age of 21, he invented an electric volt counter. Not long after, he invented an improved stock ticker system that he sold for $40,000. Edison continued to prove his schoolmaster wrong by ultimately patenting more than 1,000 inventions and designing a method of research that was the prototype for research facilities in our present-day industrial firms. But it's for the light bulb that Thomas Edison is most remembered. And it appears to be a fitting and glowing tribute to one of America's finest creators, Thomas Edison.
There will always be honor. There will always be courage. There will always be commitment. There will always be pride. And there will always be a need for those who make sure it is so. Maybe you have what it takes to be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Back when service members and their families were first sent overseas, they traveled by ship. Baggage not needed until after their arrival